Hey.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Ace Kennedy coming from the Slash Brothers podcast. And we getting this thing cracking. What's going on with you?
Let me tell you what's how bad it is. Hang on one sec. I got pizza getting delivered right now, Pimp Juice. Hang on one sec.
Oh, you good? Hey, we keep it real around here, bro. Hey, this is just how we do. Yo, welcome to Tuesday's show. We got so much to get into. We're gonna be talking about a bunch of football, a little bit of basketball. Of course, we know the ladies love the relationship stuff, so we got a bunch of that. This Budweiser virus is out here wrecking things everywhere. So also, this is National Voters Registration Day. So we want to encourage everyone to make sure that you are registered to vote for one of the, if not the most important vote that you will have in your lifetime. This is going to set forth the next 4 years. So we need everybody to get registered to vote. And as you can see by the name, we are definitely getting into some NFL news. It is going to be live. We want to check in to see how these teams is doing. We're going to get into these Cowgirls. We got a lot to talk about. We need to ask Charles what's up with his team since they just lost. We got so much to get into. And how's everybody's week going thus far? You know what I'm saying? This is a Tuesday, but to me, it feels like a Thursday. I don't know what that is all about, but it definitely feels like a Thursday. And I'm just like, man, so much more of the week to go. So it is very, very, very crazy out here that it's only Tuesday. But anyway, let's get this music going, bro.
Let's get it going, bro.
The Slash Brothers podcast. The greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers podcast. The greatest podcast of all time.
Yep.
The Slash Brothers podcast. The greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers podcast. The greatest podcast of all time.
What up?
Hey, bro, hey, listen. Fresh off of the Bleacher Report, man. Billy Donovan signs with the Bulls, bro.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my gosh. Listen. Let me tell you what's funny. Shout out to the Pizza Man's son checking in one time in the comments already. So let me tell you what's funny, bro. Had an interesting conversation. I hopped on this podcast, dope podcast, by the way. One of the funny things that we had a conversation about was Jay-Z albums, right? And he was talking about Reasonable Doubts and mentioned that Reasonable Doubts is the greatest album of all time. Greatest album of all time. And I was like, I said, you know what? I don't even think that it's the best Jay-Z album of all time, let alone the great. And I was just like, if I had to be honest, bro. And by the way, my dad hates when people say that. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had to be honest, like what you expect me to always lie to me then when you say that. But listen, bro, I was like, nah, man, Blueprint is the best Jay-Z album of all time. And I said, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I said I can think of maybe 10 albums that are better than Reasonable Doubts. Bro. And amongst those, I told him was the original Chronic, Chronic 2001. I think it was the 2000. Chronic 2000. And then I said, Doggy Style is a better album than Reasonable Doubts, to be quite honest with you, though, bro. And he was just thought it was blasphemous. I know that my dude wanted to have the Stephen A. Smith voice on. This is blasphemy. This is blasphemous. And it was brutal. But I was like, listen, I am here to tell you that Jay-Z is the GOAT. So I can say this with full confidence, knowing that Jay-Z is very easily the greatest and that he's the best of all time. But I was like, Reasonable Doubts, I've never been very high on there. So he posted on Facebook today, what's the better album? Doggy Style, Reasonable Doubts, right? And I saw a lot of mixed comments, but, to my eye, I saw more people saying Doggy Style. And I had to tell him, I said, Doggy Style has more. If you're a Jay-Z fan, then yeah, it got some classic records on there. But I was like, Doggy Style got classic songs. It was classic moments on there, though, man. So yeah,
whatever album has Big Pimpin', that's the best Jay-Z album to me.
Oh, that's I think that's Hard Not Life. That dude got some cuts on there, though, man. But listen, man, shout out to the homeboy Randy Franks jumping in real quick one time. Original BOX. Willow Springs headquarter member over here, man. Shout out to the homie for checking in one time. And of course, shout out to the boy Lone Branch Mark always checking in. But it was interesting though, conversation about that though, man, because I hear a lot of people who typically volume 3 is with Big Pimpin' on there. Volume 3 is it.
Yeah. But hey, Randy, you still owe me a shirt, bro.
I talked to him. Last week, but probably the first time you said that about him owing you a shirt, bro, we had a good laugh. I probably talked to the homie. Probably that time I talked to him for like 2 hours. I got fussed at the last time I was talking to him for like 2 hours. And I got the homie on the album also, so it's going to be fire though, bro. He's on the album. Dope, bro. Dope. But yeah, man, I saw Billy Donovan just got signed with the Bulls. I'm not going to lie. I kind of thought Billy Donovan was going to go ahead and go back to college. I at least can appreciate that he just didn't say, you know what, bro, nah, y'all ain't going to run me out of here like that. So I think the Bulls still got a pretty young team. I can see that working, bro.
No, I'm excited for Billy. I mean, here's the thing. He did his thing in the Thunder. I was never a super fan of Billy. But I did grow to like him as a coach. But at the same time, I think that if the I never doubt Sam Presti. I never doubt Sam Presti.
I agree.
Sam Presti is one of the smartest. If we get rid of Sam Presti, that's when I'll get nervous. But other than that, I don't count him out because every year that the commentators come out and talk about when the Thunder is not gonna do and what the Thunder ain't gonna make and the people that the Thunder ain't gonna get. And he always like
and Presti, I trust. He got my boy Lou Dorn.
You get nothing for that, bro.
He got my boy.
Yeah, but anyway,
to see him.
Yo, man, you got some training to do, bro.
Real quick. Shout out to the homie Courtney though, and Piece of Man's Son podcast, by the way. But shout out to y'all for checking in on Facebook, on YouTube. If you don't know already, every single podcast that we do, we live also on YouTube at the exact same time. And we mentioned it before that every episode, if you ever want to go back and listen to it, watch it, whatever. It's always on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube. We got the YouTube page out there, so like and subscribe that. And then also every episode is posted to Spotify as well. So check for you boys there too, though, man. We out here. Hey, you said I got some explaining to do. What you got?
Yeah, man. Forget all that stuff.
I got answers.
Yo, all right, we'll talk about your boys. Why y'all 1-1?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That's what my dad said to say that. I'm gonna be honest with you there, Ace Denzel. I think that so one or two things. I'm not gonna make any excuses, right?
Okay.
But Michael Thomas is gonna be out for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever, right?
What happened?
And I think that he had some injury, and I don't think that it was that big of an injury, but hey, you just paid the boy a boatload of money. I can understand that you want to be careful. But here's the thing, though, that I think is interesting, though, man. We also got Emmanuel Sanders, and Emmanuel Sanders is a deep downfield threat. And bro, I saw that statistically, Drew Brees looked pretty sound, man. I mean, he had 300 some yards. I mean, he had a couple touchdowns though, man. But I got to be honest. I see the end is near with the homie Drew Brees though, bro, because I'm not gonna say the end. I think that him, as far as being the elite, I think he's a smart player and he'll always be able to make the right plays. He's not gonna throw us out of a game or whatever, right? But I was looking at a lot of checkdowns the other day, though, man, and I was kind of disappointed because I know that Michael Thomas is out, but I mean, we still got, Jared Cook out there for a fairly midfield tight end. We also got Emmanuel Sanders, and I just thought I was disappointed that I don't think that Drew Brees was even checking for downfield. And I'm thinking, like, bro, the homie is clearly losing some of that arm strength, though, bro. So, I don't know, man. I'm not going to make any excuses because at the end of the day, I mean, we lost and the loss is a loss. I could have very easily saw the score being flipped either way. So disappointed that we lost. I wasn't incredibly down. I mean, as long as we get Michael Thomas back, I still feel good with me picking my boys in at the Super Bowl, though, bro. But the Raiders, I mean, I'm going to be honest, the Raiders look better than I thought, though, man. The last time I really paid attention to the Raiders like that, it was when Derek Carr had that terrific season, and then he followed it up with like a trash year. But, I mean, I think the Raiders are better than what people think, and they were better than I thought, clearly. So,
I mean, I also think, too, bro, you got to look at, too, I also think with the Raiders, it's one of those things too, moving into a new stadium and that excitement could definitely, just a change of environment. And then, kind of that whole year where they got rid of Khalil Mack. Thank y'all so much. I think all of that stuff is out of their system. So it's one of those things like maybe they believe in the personnel that they have right now, but they did look deep. They looked very good. I wasn't even coming at you like that. Cause I mean, we definitely know another team that deserves all this energy, but at the same token, I definitely think that the Saints are still in a great position. Y'all's team looks really good. I mean, and y'all put up a bunch of points. So
I was, you know what it is, bro. We didn't put up a lot of points. That's the problem, though, right? It did tell me that once we get, we only were, there was a lot of injuries, bro. This past weekend. I mean, a lot of people went down. And so one of the things that I think that was interesting is that we only had the one guy, but you can tell, I mean, Michael Thomas had like 100 balls, right? And he gets 100 balls and they're like 100 balls for like 150 yards, but they're never those deep bombs, right? And so I think that it was just very clear that we didn't have that underneath threat that Drew Brees typically would look for that would basically say that I thought that we would go bing, 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 long over the top because they were looking for the underneath stuff. So I think that Michael Thomas being out just changed the dynamic of our team, though, bro. But it had me like I was like, Drew Brees don't have me out here defending you the way I did earlier, though, and you out here playing like this, man. Like, come on, bro.
So you say what you trying to say is you ready to trade in Drew Brees for Dak Prescott? That's what you're saying?
No. We still got Taysom Hill on our team, though, bro. And I like Taysom Hill, though, bro. And we unlike Jerry Jones, we believe in our quarterbacks. And we still got the homeboy Jameis. Jameis said he done went and had LASIK eye surgery out here, though, bro.
Oh, that's what he on y'all team?
Jameis on our team, though, man. I'm just mad that every time I see Jameis, I always think he's squinting, though.
Wait, don't y'all got some good seafood down there?
Yeah, he be looking at like he always be squinting though, bro.
No, but don't y'all got good seafood in New Orleans?
The best crawfish etouffee. He got money now though, bro. So he ain't gotta go steal the crab leg.
Okay.
But yeah, though, man. But I'm not shook yet, though, man. I thought that it was one that we could have, with all things considered, I think that we could have had that one in the bag. But I'm not too mad about it. There are some matchups though, early matchups next week, And we could probably get into that on the Friday show, especially when we start to talk about overrated, the list, the overrated. List. Yes, the overrated list.
Well, I just have to say, as the Bears personal consultant, I'm very proud of my boys. We did have a little bit of a setback in the second half, but we did pull it out. And at the end of the day, we're going to celebrate this 2-0. You know what I'm saying? Because not many teams can say that. But
well, listen, I thought about something. Let me ask you this.
What up?
Since you was on Jameis Winston about the crab buffet out there in New Orleans, I got a question for you there. The VP of social media personnel for the Bears. Would you take Mitchell Trubisky or Jameis Winston?
Mitchell Trubisky.
I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I think Jameis Winston is better than Mitchell Trubisky, though, bro.
Bro, there's a reason why Jameis Winston ain't the starting quarterback right now.
That boy said he was balling last year.
Who?
Jameis Winston. But listen, with that said, though, right, here's the reason why I think that that's the case. So I think that clearly Jameis Winston doesn't have a confidence problem. I think that he just needs to have a self-checking, listen, this is what it is. I think that him he's third string now with the Saints, and he's getting real quarterback coaching. I think that when Jameis Winston was at Florida State, you couldn't tell him nothing, right? And I think that I don't think that he was going off of natural abilities, right?
Yeah.
Now, I think that Jameis Winston, because as much as he threw the 35 interceptions and then still had like 7 fumbles, it's still, you can't erase the fact that he had like 5,000 or so yards or whatever, though, bro. So he can clearly chuck it and got the arm. I think that he just needed the right coaching. But I would say, even after this season, after a full, let me sit back and watch it, I would pick Jameis Winston over Trubisky, bro.
Well, that's why you're not the consultant for the Bears.
That's true.
I would not take Jameis Winston because we are not in a position to be rebuilding. Jameis Winston still has a lot of development to do. You already said yourself that coming from a place where, what I'm saying, he got the green light to basically do what he wanted to do. I don't think that that's what the Bears are looking for at this time. I think what I like about Matt Nagy is that he's building this offense to fit Trubisky. And so for that, it's not so much that with Trubisky that he's not doing a decent job. The thing with Trubisky is just sometimes he doesn't make the right throw. But as far as like checking, his check downs, like his reads and all of that, he's doing well with all that. He's got to make the throws. He just went cold in the second half, man. And so my thing is that I don't think we are in a position necessary. Like we have a good enough team to really do something if we can get locked in. And I think with the way that the Bears have constructed their offense, that Trubisky can be successful. What I don't want is Nick Foles. That's what I don't want. I do not.
Nick Foles. Listen, bro. Nope. I think this is what's gonna happen, bro. If Trubisky get out here and throw 3 interceptions, Nick Foles gonna come in and throw 2 touchdowns, and he's gonna have people thinking like, "Oh, this might be that Philly one." And then Trubisky is gonna go out there and play another bad game, and they gonna give him 3 bad games in a row. And then Nick Foles is going to be like, all right, it's Brucey time.
Here's the thing. If you notice, the Bears had a quarterback competition throughout the preseason. So Nick Foles has been let go by several teams, and then he couldn't win the starting position from Mitchell Trubisky. So if that's what they think is the best bet, why do I want him to come in?
If you can't win it from Trubisky, then you can't win it from nobody.
Right, this year. You're right. Now, speaking of switching quarterbacks, let's talk about this other team that's struggling. What's up with them bald birds from Philly?
Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm gonna need, this is the Mark Nurse account. I'm gonna need Mark to come through and explain this because listen,
say something about your team, bro. Ain't y'all ready to put what's my boy name?
Jalen
Hurts in?
Listen, bro. This is the thing that's crazy to me though, bro. I know that Philly has injuries, and this time, this has probably been the earliest since maybe like when that year Peyton Manning got hurt. there was a time where, a lot of people got hurt early on in the season. I think the year Peyton Manning got hurt, I don't know if it was Richard Sherman got hurt, but there was like a 2-3 early games where so many big name players got hurt though, bro. And what's funny to me about it though, man, is that the league still went on, but even though every team has had, like the 49ers had half their roster seem like they got injured, but dog, Philly looks like hot trash juice with Carson Wentz start, and this is the bad. I know that you have injury. You don't have all your guys, right? But Philly looks the way the Redskins looked last year, bro. Like they look like they booty, bro. They ain't Carson Wentz is not. That's what it is, bro. I got it. Carson Wentz is not eating Booty-O's cereal because he is looking booty. That is what it is, bro. And Philly booed. And listen, Philly booed him. And shout out to the homie Scoop, because Scoop, I can see Philly booing him because Philly booed Destiny Child and they booed Santa Claus though, bro. So I can't be mad at them booing Carson Wentz after they paying him all this money. And he wasn't the Super Bowl winning quarterback. Nick Foles was. So I don't know, bro, but Carson Wentz and everybody on Philly needs to eat the Booty-O cereal, bro. That is the problem. They need some Booty-Os, bro.
Some people don't know what the Booty-Os are, bro.
Oh, okay.
Keep talking. Let me get them. Let me show
them. Find the Booty-Os.
I know where they at. Hold on.
Okay, so Booty-Os, New Day in wrestling. The New Day have their own cereal called Booty-Os, and their slogan is they make sure you ain't booty. I don't know. The cereals are called Booty-Os, and if you're filling yourself with Booty-Os, I would think that makes you more booty. But Carson Wentz clearly confirms the slogan because he's clearly not eating Booty-Os. So because that's the case, he's playing booty. Mark Nurse, this is your account. I'm going to need you to put in, you can do a GoFundMe account and fund the Philadelphia Eagles to have a season's worth of supply of Booty-O cereal. And that will turn the season around. The Falcons have not had Booty-Os. They've been eating Booty-Os since they gave up the 28-3 in the Super Bowl. They've been playing like booty since then because the Falcons have not had Booty-Os. Listen, I know why the Cowboys, that explains it. That explains why the Cowboys are typically 8-8. Because they don't eat Booty-Os. So they need I need to talk to my mama after this, and I need to talk to my daddy because they don't know that the Cowboys need to eat. And listen, the Falcons, they were playing like listen, this is the bad part about it. The Falcons weren't playing bad up until the end, very much like they did in the Super Bowl. And the bad part about this, though, Ace Kennedy, is that the Dallas Cowboys were literally one onside kick away from saying, get Mike McCarthy out of here, bro. Like, and this is how bad it is, though, bro. They went from one play away from saying fire Mike McCarthy, bro, to saying we going to the Super Bowl now, bro. I said, wait a minute, did I not watch the same game? But I need to tell my mama. That's why. It explains it, though, bro.
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense, bro.
Booty-Os, bro. But listen, speaking of football, man, listen, this is one thing that there are some things that I'm gonna be honest with you, Ace. I be slacking sometimes, bro. A lot of times, more than I know. And when I say that because there are some times musically where I have the right material, the right songs, the right ideas, and maybe I just don't follow through timely enough. Case in point, I had previously put out the Think About Myself, right?
Yeah.
And then had the grand idea on The Mic Is Yours to go ahead and do like an acoustic version of it for myself. I was like, yeah, this would be cool. Let me just play around with something. So I played around with a cool little beat that would sound like Unplugged, that if I was out here performing this live, live band out here, that play this riff and let me get busy. And then people say, yo, where can I hear this song at? I was like, yeah, I put it out like last year, but not this version. I was behind the 8 ball. I should have had this idea last year. Ace Kennedy, Deion Sanders has been named the head coach for Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi. Why your boy got the song Prime Time on the Bel Air too?
You be slipping, bro. You be
slipping.
Bro, you be holding on to music, just like you got a song called New Russell.
I got a song. Oh my God! Listen, Ace Kennedy. Let me take a step back. Let me explain a couple things. Let me explain a couple things. Okay, so my song that I have for Prime Time. The name of my song for Prime Time is based off of Deion Sanders' 80s swag, 90s swag. The Deion from the Falcons, the Deion for the 49ers, unfortunately, the Deion from the Cowboys also. The not throwing my way Deion. So the chorus of this song says, oh, well, wait a minute. It's around the story of Deion after his college year. He goes out to the combines and he hops on the plane and then goes to the combine in a limousine. And he tells the limousine driver, hey, man, you ain't even got to stop. You ain't got to stop the car all the way. Keep the car and drive, though. I'll be right back. So Deion goes out here, wasn't planning to do none of the other workouts and everything like that. I think Deion even had pants on, bro. So Deion goes on out here, tells the limousine driver, keep the engine running. I'll be right back. Deion goes out here and runs like a 4.28, 4.2 something 40. No stretching, nothing at all, right? Fast forward, your boy Charlie Venus got the song on the album. Primetime says the hook. Tell the limousine driver, keep the engine running because I'm about to do some old stupid numbers. This that Deion off the plane, run the 40-yard dash and 4.2 kind of stupid numbers. Ace Kennedy. I'm slipping, bro.
Yeah, because you should have put it out the moment he was named.
I should have. Listen, it's mastered. I might just have to put it on out tomorrow.
You might just need to make an album cover.
I might have to put it out tomorrow, bro. Listen, Ace Kennedy. I came up with the song before Russell Westbrook was traded to the Houston Rockets. And my idea for this song was called The New Russell, right? Ace Kennedy.
You ain't eat your bootios. That's what it is.
I did not eat the bootios because I was just straight booty. Listen, bro. The song says, stay down for my team like a new Russell. Stay down for one team. I'm the new Russell. Now we run it. Now we run it. Listen, stay down for my team like a new Russell. Stay down for one team. I'm the new Russell. Now we run it. What are we doing? Ace Kennedy. Listen, bro. I'm slipping, bro.
No words. When I was mixing and mastering your stuff, I was like,
I guess I gotta say that because I wanted the song was about Russell Westbrook. Now there's only two Russells left: Russell Wilson, Bill Russell. But it was specifically for. This boy Randy said he don't even eat the booty. No. He just goes straight to the booty. He eat booty whole, not booty old. So
he on his own with that.
Hey, listen, man. So listen, but I'm slipping, bro. I'm slipping because this is now 3 in a row, bro. 3 in a row. And I probably can listen. I probably can go back and name maybe 5.
Well, I'm saying the thing is that it just happened. So you need to go ahead and just drop that.
Listen, Okay. If you watch this, I'm dropping prime time on my website, charlievenus.com, and tell me what you think. I'm dropping immediately after the podcast.
No, not immediately. No, you're not. No, not immediately, because you still need to get the album cover, bro. You gotta do a single.
We independent.
That's right.
We independent.
So you get the album
do everything myself
tomorrow.
Okay, listen.
Okay, let's get back to this Deion news. Let's not brush over that.
But there's no smart. Now I saw right that they were talking about. I saw like a Instagram picture, some other stuff about potential position coach. I don't think any of that was confirmed. But my question for you, Ace Kennedy.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a game changer though, right? If Deion out-recruited other kids in that state, surrounding state, had them go to Jackson State? Because very much, let's say how we were talking about, well, what happened if Zion went to South Carolina State instead of going to Duke? Or there's a kid out in, I think he's out in Cali, Mikey Williams. He got like 3 million Instagram followers. If he, instead of him going to, a D1 school, he talked about going to Hampton, or, all of these top flight players, man, especially in basketball, because the NCAA tournament makes the March Madness makes them the most money. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I thought I saw somewhere where it makes them even more than the college football, which is crazy. But with that being said, though, bro, I think, I know what I think. Well, what do you think if Deion comes there and let's say he gets in 2 years, if Jackson State is running through the SWAC or whatever the conference is out there, and then actually has Jackson State ranked in the AP polls, bro? That would be crazy.
No, it's definitely huge. But the other piece is him coming to your house. Deion Sanders coming to your house to recruit your kid. Like, huge.
Listen, bro. This boy Mark just called me the Philadelphia Eagles of independent underground. I can't even say nothing, bro. I can't. I got one ring. The Bel Air one. I got one ring, bro. Oh my gosh. Listen, but I did see though that Terrell Owens gonna be out there outplaying his wide receivers, though, bro. He gonna be the fastest one on the team. I think that Deion and Terrell Owens will be the best DBs and wide receivers on their roster, bro, for at least 2 years, though.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, man.
I am very excited, though, man. I think that is a very good look for him. Hey, listen, bro. A couple things that's going on, man, that I thought was kind of interesting. Not even kind of interesting. So. Ellen, the Generous Show is
before we get to Ellen, we is not gonna brush over the fact that these cowgirls came back and won. We're not gonna get over that. We're not gonna just brush over that. We ain't got too much time on it. So
here's my thing.
Yeah.
Did Dak get that? Did Dak get that bag after that?
Nah, he ain't getting no bag.
Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I like Dak more than what most people apparently do.
Yeah.
And so I'm all for seeing players get that bread, bro. I think that, like this though, man, I think that Dak, money-wise, should get, especially after seeing what Carson Wentz is doing out here. He got to get more than Carson Wentz. But I don't think that Dak is better than Deshaun Watson, even though I said before, if you put their stats side by side, very similar. I just think that whatever the Texans do is solely because of Deshaun Watson. And I think that you can look at Dak and say, well, dude, you inherited a good roster. And to be quite honest with you, I mean, the Cowboys are always going to have a competitive roster. But I thought that Dak made a case. He had some weird passes or whatever in the time. But I think that Dak made the case that he should be making 36, 37.
Yeah.
He came back. Usually they come back and they lose. They get close. But they came back and he won. And I think that means something. That got to be worth something.
No, it's definitely worth something. I definitely think that that should have secured something. But at the same,
now here's a question for you. If I'm not mistaken, I saw that them girls play against the Seahawks. So what do you think, man? You think who you got, Seahawks, or you got them girls?
This has nothing to do with my lack of sympathy. I mean, my lack of appreciation for the Cowboys. But the way the Seahawks is playing, they about to get mollywopped, bro.
The crazy part is that I think this is what I think. I think that I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I can see Dallas making this a high scoring game. But I think that the tough part about it is Dallas's defense. I was like, bruh, I'm still blown away that DeMarcus Ware is stealing money. I mean, that boy is just stealing all that money out there. Dog, I saw some of the game that they played, and I forgot he was even on the team. Like, I was like, dog, how you just get that money and get ghost? So yeah, I don't know.
Here's my thing, though, right? My thing is that Seattle, the way the boy Russell Wilson is playing, it's like watching him and Pat Mahomes is just like them boys got the cheat code, bro. Like them boys is out there playing like they got the Madden hit stick or the juke button. Like them boys is on PlayStation 6 the way they out here playing against these other teams, bro. I thought the game between Seattle and New England was very good. I was very proud of Cam. But let
me tell you what's funny. This. I'm gonna put myself on out here.
Okay.
Because these is our people. Now dual screaming because I don't want to take this one by myself. I don't want to take this one by myself.
I was finna give you the
No. I can't take this one by myself. Listen, when you said, oh yeah, them boys must got the cheat code or the juke button, I have no idea what any of that means because I've never played PlayStation 3, 2, 4, 5. If there's a 6 coming, listen, bro. I've never played a whole game of Madden before. I've never played a game. I've never played any video games. I don't own a game system, bruh. No. So when you name it, I'm assuming it is something dope. But I've never. I can only imagine what the joystick would be doing when. It sounds cool, bro. It sounded dope when you were saying it. I was like, oh, that boy got the bing, bing, bing. And you did. Nah, I don't know what none of that mean, bro.
But just man, the PlayStation 5 is about to drop and the Xbox is about to drop. They knew.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this again. The last time I played a video game, it was when I was knocking you out on that WCW and when I was whipping Gary and Brian. And this is when Gary had betted his truck. He had the Pathfinder, had to beating around clean with the Pathfinder. He had like 212s in there or 215s, bro. And he came through the crib over my mama's house. This is when I was on Paula, bro. Came over there talking this, that, and the other. Him and Brian talking about they'll beat anybody. Me and Spark play against them boys, and I wound up knocking Brian out. And that's how I won. I was using Ken Norton, too, though. No. What's Scott Norton? Laid him out with Scott Norton.
Yeah.
And won the truck. And then Gary tried to drive off, tried to hurry up and leave before I got a chance to roll off. That was the last time I remember playing a video game, bro.
Yeah. All right, bro. Let's get into Ellen for you.
Get into Ellen, though, bro, before I lose any more man points out here for not having the game system. But listen, bro. Ellen was back, and I was kind of surprised. I was wondering if it was going to even come back because, we talk about it all the time, though, bro, when we talk about cancel culture and, when something it goes awry, people are quick to be like, nah, shut it on down. So I was kind of surprised, though, man, that Ellen came back, but I also found it interesting. I'm not sure if you've had the opportunity to listen to what she said, but as soon as it comes on, she don't waste no time and she get right to it and starts to talk about this is what we gonna do. It's about I actually can appreciate that though, bro.
I mean, you almost have to. I mean, the thing is that I'm sick of cancel culture just, getting people out of here and not allowing people to change or to address the things like, you can't just be guilty in the court of public opinion and not have an opportunity to give both sides of the story. I got a song.
Can I tell my side? My side. I see where you was going with that.
But at the same token, too, also Twitch got a EP credit now, so he's the executive producer, and so I thought that was pretty dope, man.
Well, the one thing that I think, the one thing that I think that was dope is that I can at least appreciate, like Kevin Hart, who they've made the attempts to cancel the boy Kevin Hart, that he kind of came to her defense and was like, that wasn't my experience there, man. Oh my gosh, bro. That is we gonna talk about how. Anywho, but listen, I thought that she did. We gonna talk about that because we can't just act like we ain't see that, David. Though good question.
A good question.
But listen, but I think that I am, what I dislike is I can't stand when people dogpile. Like when you never said anything before, and then you say, "Oh, well, now come to think about it, I do remember that time when blah 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 blah," and I'm just like, "Bro, come on, though, man. Like, really, that's what I hate." But I at least like that, that Kevin Hart especially came out to defend us, and that wasn't my experience, whatever. So I thought it was dope, though, man. And like I said, I think that, to be honest, I think that Ellen is a comedian. She's a comic, right? And I'm against canceling comics, especially for them using material. If they're selling something in a joke, and even with Ellen's being about the treatment of staff and everything like that on the show, that's something I think that's one of those things that you can address that. But I think that there are something. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be quick to say, nah, cancel it, cut it, boycott it, whatever, for certain things. I think that for comedians, especially when it comes to something that they're telling a joke about, I'm not. I look for comedians to be some of the last people to be honest with no repercussions, whatever their truth is, whatever their honesty is. I look for them to do it. So I'm glad to see that her show wasn't canceled. Oddly enough, though, man.
Yeah, some people were saying, they were grooming the boy. Oh my gosh, name just left me. My boy from I can't think of his name. I see his face. James Corden, supposed to be taking over for him. They're grooming him to take over for Ellen.
I kind of like him, the British guy, the chubby British guy. I think he's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like his show. I like the whole, where they be eating all the little gross stuff and all of that. We be watching that all the time.
Yeah, I like him though, bro. I think he's pretty cool. I can see him having a daytime show though, man. So anywho, but there was again, David asked though, man. I'm not gonna just act like we just gonna dismiss it. He said, should R. Kelly be allowed to change or get a new opportunity, bro? And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think that R. Kelly has exhausted his opportunities, and while I can appreciate his music, I don't think that R. Kelly is going to ever get out of jail to either have that opportunity. I'm not going to cancel him from the standpoint of saying no one else. I have learned to separate R. Kelly from Robert Kelly music and appreciate his music without feeling like I'm supporting Robert Kelly, the one who's done all these egregious things. So
now, in my answer, I will say that because R. Kelly didn't get back into this situation until these docs came out. So again, one side of the story. So I do think that R. Kelly does need the opportunity to be able to defend himself. And if for some reason that he defends himself and is able to prove his innocence and he gets out, and then if he tries his hand in music again, and if people decide to listen to it, then that's on them.
Listen, I don't want to cut you off, but this is the thing that I would, if R. Kelly wants me to support him, not just still listen to his music, what I'm gonna need R. Kelly to do, right? And you say he comes out and tell his side of the story.
Yeah, he's going to trial. So I'm saying
I need some answers, right? I need to know when you say these people are lying, tell me what they lied about. Tell me exactly what you say that they did. And tell me, because the same way they presented proof in their story or whatever it is, tell me whatever supporting proof that you also need so that I'm not leaving it, so you're not leaving it to opinion and speculation. Leave it to fact and tell me that. What I don't want to happen is I don't want you to get off on a matter of technicality like they tried like the last time. So give you the opportunity if you want to.
Even if he was to get off on a technicality, right? Even if that was still the case, people still have the choice from that point whether they want to support based upon the information that they already have. Me, I've never watched a minute, a moment, a trailer of the R. Kelly doc.
That's worth it. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you though, bro. If you watch it, it will. So I'm gonna be honest. Okay, it's not going to tell. It's not okay. It's going to provide you detail that you might not have known before, but it's not going to give you any. I don't think that it's going to change.
This is what I'm saying, right?
It's going to make their parents. It's going to make the people involved look more stupid to me. I don't want to seem like.
This is my thing, right? I know when you're watching a documentary where it's very one side. I understand. I know that there's evidence. I'm not. Listen, I'm not saying that I believe R. Kelly is innocent. I am saying exactly what I mean. I have not seen the doc, so I'm not influenced by the doc. I simply have the information, just like everybody talks about it. I have that information. I'm not in the courtroom, so I'm not judging him here or there. My thing is, at the end of the day, I still think he should have the opportunity to present his side of the story. That's the only
I agree with that. I agree that, it's the American thing to do for someone to be afforded the opportunity to say, this is my perspective. I agree with that 1,000%.
This is why I say that, right? Because if you're only going off of the documentary, then that's how a lot of celebrities are going to fall in the future, or anybody. They're not even going to have a chance to present their stuff because of everything that was seen in there. Now, don't get me wrong. Maybe this doc opened up some evidence that was not able to be presented before. So, it is what it is. I get all of that, but I'm not in that courtroom. That's not my job. That's not my position. I don't have an opinion one way or another because I haven't seen the doc, so I don't know all of that information. But I definitely think that he deserves the opportunity to present his side of the story.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you though, bro. I mean, whether or not you're, interested or vested, I gotta be honest, it's worth checking out. And I think that especially with it being on Netflix, before I believe it was one that was on like OWN and you had to see it almost like it was episodic. You saw it 1 week at a time, but to be able to kind of sit there and binge it. Oh yeah, man.
I don't have a desire to watch.
I can see that though.
This is why, right? So I wholeheartedly believe, right, that if we were to cancel every artist or actor or any person for the things that they've done in their past, we would have very few people left.
So you're not canceling the Goya because their president said he rides with Donald Trump.
Say what?
The president of Goya, the Puerto Rican company who makes all the bomb. Now listen, I love me some Goya seasoned salt, bro. I put it on everything I can. Their president said he thinks Donald Trump is a fine person, and he did a marvelous job of sack chasing, bro.
Listen,
and so
I'm about the product. So for me, right? For me, like listening to R. Kelly, like all the people that he wrote for, all the song, like growing up listening to R. Kelly, or even channeling some of the stuff to, like the stuff we used to dance to, Sequence used to dance off of R. Kelly. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff. So for me, I choose just to remember the music. And like you said, Robert, I don't know what Robert was out there doing.
We need to do, bro, ASAP We need to do another bracket of the best R. Kelly songs, and which one would be number one? The number one R. Kelly, off the top of your head, what is the number one R. Kelly song?
I mean, I have a thing in my soul for a tempo slow, but I mean, that's not necessary. I don't know if that's necessarily my favorite R. Kelly song, but I mean, that's man, that is
the best one.
Oh, I think okay, it would have to be Baby Bump and Grind remix, or I really like Contagious, bro. That's my joint. Even though that's Ronald Isley.
I think that it's either, to me, Bump and Grind or Seems Like You're Ready.
Nah, neither one of those for me. Like I said, if it's Bump and Grind, it's gonna be Bump and Grind remix. I like a lot of.
Yeah, I may get that, but you know what I think. What song that I think that I like, the R. Kelly song that I like that I think was slept on. You remember Hey Love? May I have it? Oh, Honey Love. I forgot about Honey Love. Give me that honey love. That is up there though, bro. But you remember Hey Love? Hey Love, Hey Love. May I have a word? I used to love that song though, bro. That was like, I think that was like 6th, 7th grade though, bro. But we gotta do a bracket though, bro. I think I need to do a post to say we got to do the same way we did the best R&B groups. We got to bring back the brackets. We got to settle this one though. Best R. Kelly songs, though, bro.
Because speaking of cancel culture, man, the critics tried to shut my boy down, Dave Chappelle.
Oh my gosh, bro. So this is again that is another example of when I was telling you that I think that when you put yourself out there to say the truth according to you, then I think that you open yourself up to that level of criticism, right? It's why, but what I love about comedians and trusting comedians to say a truth that everyone can't say or put in words is very similar to when Kevin Hart said, I love that Dave Chappelle's brand allows him to be able to say whatever it is, however he say it, because while he may think those things, Kevin Hart, the brand, will never be able to say that and get away with it. And so I love that though, man. I love that. I love he got the Emmy, dope little Emmy speech, right? And I think that I love the most the content that he was receiving the Emmy for, though, bro.
Right, and I loved what he had to say about that. And like you said, he is afforded an opportunity to say some things that other people are not. For one, because Dave Chappelle is not trying to be in the main media. Unfortunately, his following, the people that are supporting him, it's almost like, and this is going to be a weird comparison, but go with me. It's almost like Tyler Perry, right? People look at Tyler Perry and it's like, man, them ain't the type of movies is for me. And, but you ain't stopping Tyler Perry because Tyler Perry's following is so huge that he doesn't have to change what he's doing because he already has a homegrown fan base that supports what he does. It may not be for you.
Listen, I hate all of the wigs, but I absolutely love Tyler Perry. I'm a huge fan of Tyler. And when I say that I'm a huge fan of Tyler Perry, I'm talking about I'm a fan of him, the person, the work ethic, everything about his story, the come up. Like I'm a huge Tyler Perry fan. And maybe it's that I'm a fan of the story of Tyler Perry though, bro. But now I'm one of those people though, man, to where, I get, but for Dave Chappelle, man, I think that like I love not just that he got an Emmy, right? But it was the fact of the content that they were awarding him for. And I think that it says something to me that, because I was starting to wonder, like, are the Emmys even still relevant? Like getting it, is it even like a big deal? And not that this validates it, but I think that the content that he was receiving the award for told me that at least on a broader level, that there's still some appreciation for that level of honesty, for that level of storytelling, basically.
It is, because I mean, even Eddie Murphy got one. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Murphy got one for being on Saturday Night Live after not being on it for so long. and he appreciated it. Zendaya got it. Regina King got it for Watchmen. It was and the speeches behind them, all of them were passionate. I know the boy Anthony Anderson made it pretty uncomfortable with some of the stuff that he said. Jimmy Kimmel tried, did his best to steer that ship, but Anthony Anderson definitely made it very uncomfortable with his stuff. So it's one of those things, like, if you have a following, you can pretty much say what you really feel without the worry of losing your sponsorship. Because the thing is that I think Netflix gives a nice voice. So Dave Chappelle can, I'm sure that's in his contract. Like, y'all have no creative control. I will never give another soul creative control over what I want to say or do, because that's what caused him to go into that deep place when he left the Chappelle show. So he's not ever giving anybody that creative control anymore, and he doesn't need to. I mean, Dave Chappelle proved I can go in the park and just say I'm doing a show, and this is what it is. And it wasn't even a comedy show. It was him telling his thoughts with some comedic moments in it, and he's just an incredible storyteller.
Let me tell you this. This is gonna sound. I kind of laugh because my homegirl Shamia checking in on the comments real quick, because we had this we went back and forth before, right, about being humble, right, and we were going back and forth, and she was heated because I told her, I said, you know what, man, I said, nope, tired of being humble, because I tried being humble. And some of y'all didn't respect that. So now we're going to talk it. And we're going to talk about it right here and right now. And she was just like, why, who do you do things for? And we kind of went back and forth on the perspective of it. I'm going to say this. So I'm prefacing it to say this. This is going to sound completely arrogant. This is going to sound maybe full of myself though, bro. But I've already been practicing an acceptance speech. Listen, bro, if I get an award, I'm prepared, bro. I already listen, man. Hey, listen, I already know what I'm gonna say. I feel like it's coming, bro. It's coming. But the minute that it could be. Listen, I'm almost this speech. This acceptance speech is so universal, bro, that it would, if I hit the lottery, I might just give this acceptance speech though, bro. If I prepped this speech years ago that if I ever won a Grammy, this is what I would say. Or if I won a Billboard, whatever comes first, I'm ready. It might sound arrogant. It might sound like I'm full of myself or whatever. I like to think that I'm pretty sure of myself, not full of myself, but I already got my acceptance speech ready. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go. I think ready to go.
It's called being prepared to me.
I'm trying to be prepared.
Yeah. Don't want to get caught off guard.
Let me ask you something there, Ace Kennedy.
What's that?
This is something that I think that you told me about before. Is this Rona, this Roro? Is this, listen, bro. Is this particular time exposing relationships, maybe flaws, maybe things you didn't address before, things that just have been issues that you've been letting ride for a long time, right? You've been letting it ride. You haven't quite addressed it. And maybe now that people are out and about less, options aren't available. You can't travel as much, you can't go anywhere. You don't have outlets like you used to have and everything like that. Do you think, bro, that this particular climate is exposing those things? Because let me tell you, we already saw the boy Ray J chuck the deuce. We saw Cardi B said, nah, I'm done, son. And we said, maybe the homeboy Offset just said, you said he might like variety. He done did it before. Is anybody surprised that they getting divorced? Then I'm looking up, bro. And then I see that something very not that they're high profile, but I just saw that Safari and Nicki Minaj's original ex, right? he was with Erica Mena, who's loving the hip hop. They were on there and everything like that. Had a little baby. I think the baby can't be 1 year old. I thought they were engaged. And then I saw somebody say that, hey, man, they just unfollowed each other, which tells you that that's the common way of saying, hey, man, we about to break up where we are. I don't want to know what you're doing. I don't even want to see nothing.
I got a hot take on that.
Listen, bro. So my question for you, though, bro, if they just recently were engaged, right, and she said yes, and they got a little baby together, right? Cardi B, Offset, these boys got a little baby together. Baby can't be maybe not even 2 years old, right? Ray J still has babies. He ain't been married that long. I think he couldn't be married longer than 3 years, I'm assuming. And listen, this is coming from two people who have a book, by the way, that's on the way, about relationships, marriage, trying to prepare fellas for the married life. It's coming sooner or later.
Women live for the wedding day, men live for the honeymoon.
Listen here, Ace Kennedy. I need to know from you, bro. Is this Roro really opening up and allowing and forcing you to deal with these things that people have been letting slide? Where you like, nah, I'm clapping back at that now.
Okay, so this is a kind of a twofold answer because you asked a bunch of questions inside of one question. So, well, there's a bunch of answers inside your one question. So with with Offset and Cardi, Cardi I told you she's been clearing up the air on these rumors about stuff. So
before you jump out there with that one, right? Don't lose your to have to add that the boy Rick Ross, baby moms, just posted a picture of Rick Ross's third kid with her, right? Yeah. Third baby. He got two other kids, right? One of the boys, one of his kids' name is Billion, which I think is a whole nother story that I want to ask you on. But he has 3 kids with her. And what's crazy about it is that he's already been going to court with her about child support. So I'm assuming that there was some issues going on. You still have a baby in the middle of you already having child support custody agreements about the other 2, right? So my thing is that there were issues there, right? And not to say that they are going through this during COVID, but I'm assuming that, they could have been going through this and he just said, nah, we out. So you were saying Cardi's been addressing.
Yeah, Cardi's been addressing the rumors. And so apparently Offset hasn't been cheating recently. According to her, that she's tired of arguing. She was saying that them two just constantly butting heads. And again, it goes back into that whole spending more time together and not address, because you think both of them touring artists, always on the go, here. And now that, this Budweiser virus is here, that they have no choice but to kind of stay put. And so they haven't been able to get over the whole arguing and fighting and stuff. So apparently she still does have that WAP, and she, and then we seen her posting on IG, I'm saying? She is definitely.
Yeah, I told you she was going to start to show more skin.
Yeah. So that's the answer to that one. Now, Safari and Erica, my hot take on this.
Shout out to David Austin for that comment about Sean Kemp. I don't think everybody understands that, but I totally get it.
I will say that the Safari and Erica Mena unfollowing each other is nothing more than a stunt.
Oh,
it's the stunt for their OnlyFans.
I think you're on to something here, bro. Because listen,
I think that Love and Hip Hop is about to come back out.
Listen, you might be on to something here, Ace Kennedy, because let me tell you, what exactly else do you know them for?
OnlyFans and OnlyFans and Love and Hip Hop.
Somebody said Safari did a verse on WAP, and he said nobody was like, oh, let me go check out that Safari.
No. I mean, the thing is that he jumped on that quick. You know what I'm saying? He knew that once his pictures got leaked, that he that he was like, hey, maybe I can make some money off of this instead of something like this happening. Let me go ahead and make some. And then he was with somebody who also, so they were able to make content together. And
you might be on to something though, bro, because here's the thing, right? If they're on Love and Hip Hop, and
create them storylines, bro.
You got to create storylines because, I mean, Safari's on there for mainly being associated with hip hop. Not that he's an artist that people are checking for, but at the same time, though, man, Erica Mena, not to say that she's not an attractive female, but she's getting a little up there. She's been around since she was young in like a Chris Brown video, bro. Like, I think she was in, was she in Excuse Me, Miss, the Chris Brown? She was in one of those videos when he was out on the park crumping. And so the boy, you got to do something for a storyline. I don't know, man, but so you might be on to something though, bro. Like, what else would you have to talk about then if they didn't have this on out there? I don't know. That is a good point though, man. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I definitely think that's the case, man. And the thing is that, Safari is one of those ones to where he is, he thinks business. He's always trying to come up with a better marketing ploy to basically, ultimately, his love for music. He's ghost written some stuff and he's done this, that, and the other. But for him, his music just can't really get over the hump like that. And
have you ever listened to his music? I've never listened to his music before. Is it even good?
I've listened to stuff that he's brought to the Breakfast Club. I haven't just went out like, oh, let me pull up Safari. Like,
you go check that Safari out on playlists on Spotify.
Yeah, so that's I think it's a ploy. Now, as far as the whole Rick Ross thing, yeah, I mean, Rick Ross strikes me as somebody who might like variety. You know what I'm saying? He like different. He
got 3 kids by the same girl. It can't be that much variety. This is so. What if? So what if it's that Rick Ross might like her? This sounds crazy. What if he likes her as the mother of his kids, but not to be his wife?
That's what I'm saying. It's one of those things that I think that, like, I don't know Rick Ross like that. I just remember when he had the one chick that he was like about to marry or whatever like that, and that just kind of blew up at the last minute. And she had that big, huge ring and stuff like that. He was, she was with him on interviews and all that other stuff, and her mom was even like involved or something like that. But
he was also with I think Elise McNeil, if I'm not mistaken, the actor chick. That was one of the first ones that I remember him. Elise McNeil is the chick who is.
I know exactly who she is. I was in the elevator with her. I know exactly who she is.
He was with her for a little stretch. I don't know, man, but when I think of variety, I think that you could be right. But he's had, I guess fairly significant. I don't know. I don't be all up in, but it's funny to me though, man, because when I'm looking at this though, I think of the timing of it, right? Because aside from Safari and them, who you might be right, man, theirs might just be just a stunt. But I'm thinking of all of these other things though, man. Like if let's say Cardi and Offset, they've had to have that issue for a while, right? And even though you're sitting here going through this where the access to these kind of things aren't necessarily as available, you sit here thinking like, well, now, right, would be a make or break thing. Like it could really, you have to be around somebody, but then it's like, well, dang, I gotta be around them more now. And if you I don't know, bro, but I think that it is exposing things that were already issues that could have just been lingering. Like this just didn't happen. Their issue didn't happen overnight, last month, 2 months ago. She said that they getting tired of it. I would assume that means that it's been happening for quite some time, but they haven't been together. I don't know, bro. Cardi and Offset ain't been together that long.
Yeah, but again, when both of them have also been busy too. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that, if you're having an argument here and there, and then I'm touring, you're touring, I got a project here, I got a project there. Now, I mean, if you notice what it is interesting though, it's amazing that this stuff comes out after we hear, excuse me, after we hear that that the Migos are having their legal issues. It's like that happens, and then now Cardi's like, "Nah, I'm out, bro." Like it just that when you talk about timing,
I think, bro. Here's what I look at, man. We behind again. I think that I might just be the Philadelphia Eagles, bro, because Ace Kennedy. If we would have had our book done, bro, the boy Offset could have went ahead and read the book. He would have already been fully prepped for what to expect. Dog, I'm slipping, bro. This is just.
We said we was gonna have it done by 42, so now we got to have it out by 41, bro. I'm gonna send you the draft that I have, so you can start looking.
Oh my god, bro! Oh my god!
Women live for the wedding day, men live for the honeymoon.
Ace Kennedy, bro, let's get on out of here because this is. I'm getting depressed here, dog. I'm talking about that.
Took that L today, bro.
I done took the L today, bro, and oh my god.
Yeah, you got an album cover to make tonight, so we gonna get you on out of here. Yo, man, we love and appreciate everybody that took the time to hang out with your boys. Mark, David, Shamia, Vixen. What was your boy's name?
Courtney, checking on in. The boy, Piece of Man's son. All them boys over there at the Everyday I Evolve and the podcast, all that stuff, though, man. Check in, though, man.
Everybody that checked in, make sure that y'all like and subscribe. Make sure you share this. Let somebody know about the Slash Brothers podcast. We definitely, Andrew, thank you for stopping through. The boy Randy, thank you for stopping through. Anybody that liked or commented, we appreciate you. And enjoy the rest of your week.
Like the page, follow us on YouTube, and again, we on Spotify, man. Holla at your boys now. Get that music. Get us out of here, Ace. What was that? What was that? What was that? Okay. I was ready for the.
It's the Tuesday show. The Slash Brothers podcast, the greatest podcast of all time.
Peace out, y'all.
Brothers podcast.